Hi guys, Woody here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to plant tomatoes. So at the moment you can see blue sky there with a bit of cloud, but earlier this morning we had a massive shower with hailstones mixed in. So I'm really glad that yesterday I was pondering whether or not to plant the dwarf French beans out, and I'm really so glad that I chose not to. They're in the cold frame as we speak. So here's the rest of these are cherry tomatoes. There's two varieties, the heirloom varieties. One's called stew peas and the other one is red fig. I've also got my bell peppers here, and then just panning over to here is some more basil, which I'm going to plant out amongst the tomatoes. So we're in the 10 foot by 8 foot greenhouse, and on this side we've got basil down here in the border, and these are the crimson crush. I don't know if you can make that out, but I'm seeing that there's very much darker green on the new growth, but also there's one or two white patches where the cold nights have just hit the tops of the leaves, but they're fine now. So on the other side I've just got some cardboard down to keep in the moisture when I put the municipal compost down a few days ago. So the next job then is to remove that, and let's get ready for planting. So I've already got 3 of the variety red fig I planted about 10 days ago, and I've got 5 more, and on the right there's the eggshell fertiliser. I'm going to put a little bit of that in the planting hole. So I'm going to plant those 5 red fig, and then we'll see how far we've got along the border and what sort of room we've got left. I've got a little bit of a cane just to help me in relation to distance, and also that it corresponds with the wires which I'm going to hang the strings from. So a little bit of the fertiliser and eggshell fertiliser in. I've pre-watered them. That's it. So that takes us to there. So I've got 3 more cherries which were given to me by a friend of mine, a neighbouring plot holder. Make that out here. One is San Marzano, Ruby, and then this one here is Ruby Falls. These are all varieties I've never grown before. And this one is Black Opal. So I reckon there's just enough room in that end to get those 3 in there. There we are. I'm going to save one, Basil. I'm going to save that one for the small greenhouse, which will go on the cat now. Just need to give these a watering in. I'm just going to use this small one so I can avoid splashing the foliage really. So we've got 2, 4, 6 of the cherry tomato variety stew piece. I say that's an heirloom one, and there's 9 bell peppers. Some aren't as well on, for example this one here. I don't have grow lights or anything, as you know, so they just have to grow as well as they can in the light that I have available up at home. But anyway, I'm going to plant it because I think it'll, well, for one thing, it'll get much more light in here. So, and then of course there's that one remaining basil that I'm going to put in here. Those 2 cucumbers down there are going to go into the 8x10. I've made space for those. So let's get on and get planted up. Okay, there we go. So we've got our stew piece, variety cherry tomato here, and a little basil there in the corner. That's my fig cutting that I took last year. And the difference in foliage from the one outside up at home is astonishing. It just really reinforces just what a cold couple of months we've had. April was the frostiest month in the UK for over 60 years, and I think this May is going to probably be another anomaly. It's been well under par with as far as temperature goes. And then we've got our bell peppers. These were sent to me, the monster bell pepper, kindly by Willie Coleman. And I've just popped a little bit of shade netting up there just to, I've got some seeds, some squash and some asparagus actually, and in full sun they just dry out so quickly, so it's quite hard to keep things, you know, kind of moist in ideal germination conditions. So I thought if I popped a bit of shade netting on, when the sun comes round, you know, just a wee bit more over here, the hottest part of the day, it should just help to minimise evaporation a wee bit anyway. So that's the greenhouses pretty much planted up. So there's just the 2 cucumbers to go in, so that feels good. So in the frame here, these are the Pongo, the dwarf French beans from Bill and Val, and they are, you know, they're growing really well, but I'm just reluctant to put them out. Just at the moment we've got this weird sort of Arctic airstream pulling in cold, showery weather. I don't think they'll like it, so I'm just going to hang on with those. The dill's looking really good. I've already put one out up at home, so I need to get those at home somewhere. And again with the courgettes, yeah, I'm just going to have to wait until we get a few more degrees of warmth and perhaps calmer wind conditions. And that's just the Savoys over there, which are going in this bed here, and there's an extra, some spare beetroot there. I'll find a home for those. So I've had pretty good, well, very good germination with the parsnips. I did transplant about 2. I'm not sure whether they'll do any good, but it's worth a go. And I'm pleased that pretty much 100% germination with those. The blueberries got quite a nice lot of flowers on. I was just watching Rob sap a garden. His bushes, blueberry bushes, are loaded with berries already. Amazing. And you probably won't be able to see it, but I can definitely see I've got carrots germinating there. So I'll update you on those in due course. The Lolo Rosso is now ready for first harvest. So I've just about used up the last of my overwintering lettuce, so I'm really pleased with that. That's quite a nice crossover. The chard, you can see, is pushing up this fleece, so that's ready for its first harvest. The peas are doing very well. I guess it won't be too long now before they start to flower, so then I can remove these protective frames. And I've had a first cut of spinach off here. There's another one, if you can see it under the fleece there, but there's another one ready for harvesting there. So we've got lots actually coming ready for harvesting, which is really good. The allium bed's looking great now. It's definitely making a lot of growth. The shallots have recovered, and these are the Sturon multi-sown onions. They're looking really good now. The brassicas are settled in, making some growth. So at the bottom end of the plot, I'm thinking I'll probably put 4 courgettes in here. I've got 6. I'll give the other 2 away, somebody will want them. This is kale, so I'm not sure whether to keep that in or I'll just harvest it and take it out. But I've got 2 full pots of leeks to get in. We've got that other row of beetroot to get in, so I've got some decisions to make. I also need to shift these grafted fruit trees, they're now in the 2nd year, over to the micro orchard to make way for the fresh grafts that I did this year. Hopefully I'll be potting those up anytime soon and they can go in there. Oh, feels like a good morning's work that. I've got a little cup of lemon and ginger tea, so I am getting a bit better at taking a break. Incidentally, if you've got in bright sunshine just now, hence the shades again. So I'll probably try and get out for a walk this afternoon. So I am managing to, on the most part, keep a balance between looking after things on the plot and still enjoying the countryside, getting out for a walk. So I did a video just recently on occupational balance and mental health, so I'll pop a card up, or is it on the other side? Anyway, I'll pop a card up somewhere on that. So if you haven't seen that video, just have a watch if you might interest you. And anyway, I'll finish it there, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to smash the like button for me, and also why not consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. See you in the next one. Cheers.